What up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about time management, how to find more time from your 24 hours, how to make time for what truly matters to you. Well, for you. So with that being said, this presentation, which is going to be talking about why it matters, the art of time boxing, your life in boxes, and how it does help, how to prioritize your happiness, how to keep the loved ones close to you, your work-life balance, and we're going to have a little bit of a reflection on what you're doing right now. So, time management. Why is it so important to look after your time? Because look, in my eyes, there are three commodities in life: time, energy, money. You will get money back. You get paid next month. You get paid the month after. You're not getting your time back. You're not getting your energy back. And it is so important that you protect your time for what truly matters. So in this presentation, we're going to give you what I use myself when it comes down to managing my time and how I've changed my entire life and found the time to actually do the things I want to do in life whilst still getting shit done. So, why does it matter? Effective time management has so many benefits within our personal and professional lives. If we're efficiently managing our times, we're being able to go out and do the things that we need to do. We're showing up when we need to be showing up. It's going to dramatically decrease the amount of stress we have in our day-to-day lives. It's going to help decrease our anxiety. It's going to increase our productivity. And ultimately, it's going to make it so much easier for us to hit our goals. It's going to probably make us happier. Probably going to give us more energy. It's probably going to make the people around us, it's going to make their lives better. It's not just about you within your own time management. Everyone gets to benefit from it. So time management will allow us to make the time for the things we want to do. It will help us give us the time to do things that truly matter in our lives, in our family's life, in our friends' lives. So, time boxing. What is time boxing? I have a planner here within my journal. Let me go into a blank page. I literally time box. So I do this at the night before. I also load this up on my phone, on my calendar. 6 a.m. What am I doing? 6:30 a.m. What am I doing? 7 a.m. What am I doing? So I know throughout the day what I need to be doing. I have already picked out what I need to do. Now, there's something called Parkinson's law. The amount of time you give a task is the amount of time it will take you to complete it. Because we've all tidied our house in about 10 minutes when we have a Tinder date coming over, and we quickly need to go bam, 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 get it all done. Equally, it's taken us a day to do the same job. That is exactly what Parkinson's law is, and that's why time boxing is so effective. Because if you're just saying, right, I have to reply to emails, I have to do a social media post today, and I have to coach 3 people, you've not put that time constraint on. So you probably find at the end of the day, you're going to be rushing around. Whereas if you say, right, first client 6 a.m., that first client will be at 6 a.m. So that is how powerful time boxing. That is what time boxing is. It's setting clear boundaries around your time so you can eliminate any distraction and focus fully on the task that is required of you at that point. This will help lead to much greater productivity, and it gives you that sense of control. It makes you feel a lot more in control. It gets rid of a lot of anxiety because you're not rushing around with, should I need to do this, this, and this? You know exactly what you are doing at any given time. Now, it might sound weird putting your life into boxes. Time boxing literally can be applied across all areas of your life. I put my training in my calendar. I put the date I had on Thursday in my calendar. I put everything into my calendar. So, for example, you might set aside sort of specific times to block off every day for a certain task. Could be you need to be in the gym 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So you will dedicate that slot to that time. The possibilities with this is endless. It could be anything from learning a new skill. It could be doing a date night. It could be taking the kids down the park. But it just means that when it's that time, when it's 6 a.m., I know on Thursday, 6 a.m., that is match time. Do you know what I mean? So, one of the most important things when it comes down to time boxing is we're going to talk about how to put things into your calendar. Because I think a lot of people will put things backwards into their calendar. They will start work, and then they'll probably do their friends and family, then they'll look after themselves. No one cares about you as much as you care about yourself. And it's so important you give yourself the right to be the most important person in your world. Because it comes back to what I said earlier on. 3 commodities in life: time, energy, and money. You're not getting your energy back. You're not getting your time back. You need to go out. You need to prioritize your happiness. You need to put yourself first. I'm going to butcher this quote right now, but I was listening to Jimmy Carr's audiobook, and he had a fantastic quote about this. It's, if a plane's going down, you need to put on your oxygen mask before anyone else is, because you're no use to anyone if you're dead. And the same goes with your happiness. Happiness is contagious. Sadness is contagious. If you have shit energy, people around you know you have shit energy, so you give off shit energy. If you have positive energy, if you have good energy, people know you have good energy. People like being around people with good energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was close to burnout and I had bad energy, imagine how boring this presentation would be right now. Imagine if I was sat here. You need to prioritize your happiness, because that's really, do you mean that's terrible energy? And this is where it's so important that you prioritize your happiness before you prioritize anyone else's happiness. Because for me to give you guys value, I need to look after myself. So for me to make a lasting impact in your life right now, I need to look after myself. So don't see it as you're being selfish with your happiness. Don't see it you're being selfish with your energy. See it as you're being selfish so you can give your energy to the people who you want to give it to. So the first thing that should be in your calendar is stuff that makes you happy. It's stuff to make you a better person. It's stuff to make you the person you want to be. Think about the person you want to be in 2 years' time. What is that person in 2 years' time going to be doing? We're going to start acting on that right now. You're going to start putting that in your calendar. Is that person going to the gym 3 times, 4 times a week? Is that person doing their meal prep? Is that person going out for walks with your dog, if you have a dog? Is that person going on date nights with their other half, if you have another half, or Tinder? Is that person being the person that you want to be? How can you now sort of deconstruct that person, and let's start putting this into your calendar? The second most important thing to go in your calendar: your loved ones. Your wife, your husband, your partner, your dog, your kids, whatever. They should be second into it, because we look after your energy. Remember, 3 commodities in life: money, time, energy. We're going to look after your energy, one of, in my eyes, the most important commodity, along with time. We're going to look after that. Then we're going to give more energy to your loved ones, because now we started looking after your own happiness. So it is so important to prioritize your own happiness, but it is important as well to maintain strong relationships with the people you care about. Arguably just as important, if not a little bit less, because you can't value their happiness over yours, because then you're going to get to the point where you're going to probably burn out. Time management will help you make time for them, to make them feel valued. As I said, I literally put my date on Thursday into my calendar. So I knew from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock that was blocked out for her. By making the relationships priorities, you'll help build stronger bonds with those people, and that will help you live a much more fulfilling life. The work-life balance. The third thing in the calendar should be your work. It is so important to focus on your work-life balance. And I say that from a person who got very, very close to burning out probably about 8 weeks ago. I knew what I was doing. I knew I was running at a brick wall, and I knew when I hit that brick wall, it was going to hurt. I had no work-life balance, because I was always making, right, climb priority, climb priority, climb priority. I never made myself a priority. And that, as silly as it sounds, doing that made me take 2 sick days, because I just couldn't face getting out of bed, because I was just done. because I didn't prioritize my own energy, because I didn't prioritize my own happiness, involved, I gave a really bad service within my job because I prioritized work. So it goes back to prioritize yourself, prioritize your own happiness, and then snowballs into you giving a much better service. It turns into you having more energy for the people you care about. Do you see what I mean? This is how it all comes back to you. This is how it all comes back to prioritizing your own happiness. It's not selfish. I work with so many people. Mums will probably appreciate this potentially more than anyone else because a lot of my clients talk about mum guilt. And it must be hard. But for you to show up for the people you want, you need to prioritize your own happiness. Because please remember, 3 commodities in life: time, energy, money. You're gonna get paid next week, next month, whenever, but you're not getting your time back, you're not getting your energy back. So be really careful with that. So have a little think about what you're doing right now with your time management, because that's one thing I find amazing. So many people are like, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time. I can't do this. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. Cool. If you're busy, let's go get your screen time on your phone. How many hours are we spending on TikTok just going? How busy are we? How many hours are you just spending this sat on the sofa? Genuinely, this right here, just try it. Just try it. Literally, write down everything you do in a day. And hold yourself accountable. Ask yourself, the things you're doing right now, is that going to help you be the person you want to be in 2 years' time? What are your priorities in life? How can you allocate more time to your priorities? How can you allocate more time to the stuff that will make you happy? Now, look, this is something I do a lot with my clients. This is something I do a lot with my online coaching. This is something I do a lot with myself. This is something I heavily buy into. If you genuinely are looking for additional support within your time management, if you're looking for additional support to help you turn up more in life, to focus on the 2 commodities that matter most, time and energy, drop me a message. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and thank you so much for having a little watch, and I will see you lovely people later on. Goodbye.